Всем доброй ночи, ребят. Значит, что? Продолжим прохождение. Вторая часть у нас. Посмотрим, что у нас тут будет интересного. Немного порубил графику, дабы разгрузить участие процессора.
What's happening with that blacksmith? He sent his apologies. He can't come tomorrow. The soonest he can manage is before noon the day after tomorrow.
I suppose it can wait another day. Tell him to come then.
I will, sir. Thank you.
Are you
Так, что тут? Да, есть хочется очень. Очень хочется есть. Это что такое? Стрела плохого качества. Я бы ее продал, если честно.
was that?
Тут можно где-то покушать. Например, здесь.
You fled from Skalitz? How did you manage?
Sigismund's army appeared out of nowhere. There were so many of them, not just infantry, but cavalry, too. Those foreign mercenaries with their strange helmets and the souls of beasts.
Heavens above!
We all ran towards the castle for shelter, but they were too fast for us. They slaughtered everyone they caught and torched their houses. I barely escaped, and they murdered my parents.
God bless you, boy. I'm terribly sorry for your loss.
Я очень сожалею о
I
твоей
have to eat
утрате.
something. My insides are shriveled up with the hunger.
А хавать нечего, кроме сыра. Так, какой-то базарчик надо или что это? Пекарь. Постель. Поговори с паном Борком. Неисследованное место. Ну, посмотрим.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry
Молодец,
for your
я
loss.
сочувствую твоему горю.
You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal?
О, лучше
Sorrow is
справиться на
easier to
себя.
bear on a full
Точно.
stomach.
Oh,
I
God
heard
damn
about...
it, my stomach
the hell?
hurts.
No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Божена
Indeed.
позаботится о тебе.
How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, my lady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Now, you're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't...
No, I didn't know she did that.
She only started not long ago. Always in the evening while there's still a bit of light. She sits down and gets on with it. And she's quite deft at it by now.
I'm not surprised. Betty was always good with her hands.
You're right there. Anyway, I showed a couple of pieces she made last time to old Tonda from Tabor,
Угу.
the one I buy goods from.
Энергия. Это надо поспать.
I hear you came from Scarlet's today.
Surprised myself.
It must have been terrible there.
Sure Betty
Сыр
would
возьму.
wanna
How
sell
did
it.
it happen?
So I asked for a high price, and he says that's fine, and started counting out the coin there and then.
Just like that? What I heard about him, he's a right skinflint. And what did Betty have to say?
Seems I'm
She
not
was
good
probably,
enough for the
you can
gent.
imagine, even more when I told her everything that she makes.
That's great. A bit of extra coin never hurts.
Что такое?
Look where...
Good day to you.
Sir Robard, where's that chamber you said I could sleep in?
Good God, lad. Don't you listen to what anyone tells you? It's in the lodge in the courtyard.
Thank you, sir.
Сторожки во внутреннем домике. Ну, хорошо. Что беда какая-то происходит. О. Прикольно.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Да.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. Father and I always chat in the forge. On that particular day, I asked him if he'd teach me swordsmanship. He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only you'd known what fate had in store for us.
Oh.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz. I looked towards the tavern and saw a group of Cumans chasing down my Bianca and murdering her for sport. There was nothing I could do to help her.
You mustn't blame yourself. She's with the Lord now.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
Oh, you poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was... who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old and...
Эх, ладно. Это что еще за фигня? Во сне отец и мать. Я понял.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Воспользоваться факелом. На стену это куда? Туда, что ли? Что-то ну-то, а?
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? If you don't clear off quick, it'll be the worse for you. Sheesh, you! What the hell are you doing? What? What the hell are you doing?
All they have to do is bring down some scholars.
Боже мой.
Not that I'm spoiling for a fight, but if I have to choose a place for it,
Why they attacked so quick, so we wouldn't have time to join forces.
God be with you.
What's happening? Have you heard anything?
No. It could be Sigismund's army, or his scouts, or maybe Scarlet's folk who survived the pillaging. I wouldn't expect nothing good.
Понятно. Да сколько? Ого. Какая серьезная система. Так.
What's going on?
Что случилось?
I don't know.
Я не знаю.
It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robber?
Sir Radzig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! Don't be a troublemaker right there now!
Интересно. значит, сделали.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled and report everything to me at once. Understood?
Короче, патруль поставили.
Damn.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry. I'll tell the men to relieve you later.
Damn.
Вот сюда мне надо, да? Ну идем. Так. Щит на спину одел, да? Интересно. Ну да ладно. Может, мне наверх надо, я не понял. Так нет же. Вот сюда мне надо.
Aren't you supposed to be... What the hell?
Прикольно.
Aren't you supposed to be on sentence?
Jesus, look! Jesus! Look.
My respects to you.
What do you think about the Scalets folk?
It's a hell of a thing. First, everyone is shitting themselves that Sigismund is coming, and then it turns out like this. Praise the Lord they got out of the siege. Scalets Castle is well fortified, all right, but I hear Sigismund's army is huge, and facing him is suicide. Sir Radzig did the right thing. I'm sorry you didn't all manage to get away.
So am I.
May God ease your pain.
Thank you.
I reckon that Sir Radzig must be a good man, the way he looks after his people. But you probably know him better.
Not really. My father was forging a sword for him, and when he came to have a look at it, we exchanged a few words. That's it.
Then that's a fine lord.
You're supposed to be watching the buttons, not here.
Not here.
На крепостной стене, да? Ну ладно. Что-то парень задумался.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Ну все, ждем. Прикольно. Если на мне это все видят, что скажут, интересно. Яблок нет, ни хрена нет.
My respects to you.
What do you think about that surprise during the night?
I was surprised, all right. I'm glad them people were saved, though. I'm just as glad it weren't Sigismund. For sure he'll come here in the end, too. But now at least we've got time to get ready for him.
Maybe he'll leave Talmberg be.
Maybe, maybe not. Could be he was only out to get Sir Radze, because he's Wenceslas's hetman. And Scarlet's is a rich town, so there was plenty of loot for the taking. 2 birds with 1 stone. So he might be satisfied and leave us alone.
Reckon we'll see soon enough, one way or the other.
By the way, Henry. It is Henry, ain't it? I was sorry to hear about your parents. They've gone on to better things.
прикольно. Чудо факел несет. Чего время не пишет, который час сейчас, а? Прикольно. Понятно. Типа тебя тут не должно было быть или что?
What do you think about that surprise during the night?
I was surprised, all right. I'm glad them people were saved, though. I'm just as glad it weren't Sigismund. For sure he'll come here in the end, too. But now at least we've got time to get ready for him.
Maybe he'll leave Talmberg be.
Maybe, maybe not. Could be he was only out to get two birds with one...
Reckon we'll see soon enough, one way or the other.
By the way, I was sorry to hear about you.
Да, с факелом тут не совсем понятно.
God be with you.
What do you think about how the Skalitz folk managed to flee the siege?
Thank the Lord. I thought it was Sigismund descending on us.
It seems everyone thought that.
Well, we were all expecting the worst. And the truth is, I'm still worried. And come he will, of that I'm sure. By the way, Henry, my condolences.
Thank you.
Jeez.
are you doing here? Get lost or you'll have me to reckon with.
Понял, дядь, не шуми.
Are you deaf? Is something the matter? What was that noise? You! What?
А, нет, стоп. Надо идти на лестницу наружного двора.
What are you doing here?
А, иди на стену наружу. Понял.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzig Kobyla, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzig of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king, then, that Sir Radzig Kobyla is not at Talmberg, and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzig Kobyla is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
My
они
lord, you have my
развернулись.
utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Интересная задача.
By tomorrow morning, all our heads will be on spikes.
What in God's name are you on about?
I hear that's what them foreign
Can you tell me who I can buy something from or sell to?
Everyone fled here with only what they could carry, but I reckon Votava the pond keeper wouldn't let even Sigismund interrupt his business. I saw him by the granary. You can't miss him. He's skinny as a bulrush.
Так, ну с торговцем понятно.
Have you seen them foreign soldiers? Them crowmen, with them horrible visors on their helmets.
I seen them, all right. And you know what I heard from the merchant who heard it? That man would bring them a Kuttenberg?
What?
They say they can slice a cow or a man in two halves, from top to bottom, with one chop of...
Good day to you. What do you need?
Can you tell me who I can buy something from or sell to?
You want Votava, the fellow that fixes the weir at the Talmberg fish pond. He should be around.
I hear that's what them foreign soldiers do. And worse.
They do nothing else for a high price. And he says, have you noticed all the prices up? Right there and then. Indeed. I was talking to some merchant from Florida.
Right skin. And what did Betty have to say?
Ну здорово.
God be with you.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
Так, отмычка, самогон, шнапс, факел, сушеное мясо. Что я ему могу продать? Давай продадим ему щит.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Why not?
Here you are, with a little top-up.
Thanks 1,000 times.
А что я продал?
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
Let's have a word about the price.
Naturally.
Here, with a little something on top for good measure.
Thanks 1,000 times.
Немножечко деньжат есть, да? Что у него можно купить хорошего? Что за дичь Гофтар? Прикольно.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
Да ну такое себе зашел. Посмотреть. Так, отмычка. Не, в Тарков сегодня точно не буду. Это 100%.
Let's talk about the price.
Why not? Tough luck.
Так, ладно, идем дальше. Причем места тут красивые. Однозначно красивые. Где ж мне того пана найти, а? Тысяча изменений. Ага. Все закрыто. Купец.
Jesus! Look where you're going!
Тут же его тоже не может быть, правильно? Ну да. Кстати, кто тут у меня шарился? Да ну, Саш, как игра? Такое себе, если честно. Достаточно первый час вот я там потыкался в нее, короче. Сильно много вот этих вот видео, короче, вставок. Вот, до хрена, короче, вот этих вот разговоров. Я не сильно такое люблю. Знаешь, смотришь, как будто бы какой-то полумультфильм, полуистория. Такое что. Вот я не понимаю, очень сильно подгружается процесс, из-за этого вот, фризы такие периодично встречаются. Нет, Art of Days нет, сейчас пока не буду. Ну, вернее, сегодня не буду уже. Я хоть туда иду, нет? Я ни хрена не туда иду. Мне надо вообще отсюда выйти. А сейчас правильно? О, сейчас правильно. Атмосфера туда неплохая, ничего не скажу.
You want to see him marauding?
Вот эти вот разговоры мне не
Jesus
нравятся,
Christ be
сильно
praised.
долгие.
So, Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
Кто такой Кузька?
So, Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad, but I won't take orders. You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change his mind.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg, well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed, but it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad, these are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair, him and Wenceslas's cousin Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
Because the lords there could have risen against him with their armies and stopped his conquest of the Bohemian territories?
That's part of it. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed two birds with one stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
Where did these Cumans come from, anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said, that they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power and money.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslas's allies.
Мне больше разговоры разговариваются. секунду.
First it's pissing down, then roasting hot.
I hear that's what them foreign soldiers do.
К купцу сходить, что ли? Что он мне скажет? По идее здесь.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Get the hell out of here.
Да ладно, ладно, не ори.
God be with you.
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Whatever is your man. He's the local dealer, a skinny fellow. If he hadn't already sold her long...
Боев и атмосферы, вернее, атмосферы боев я еще пока не прочувствовал, если честно. А то, что парень здесь стоит.
Jesus, look where you... Be off now. You don't belong here. You don't...
Fruit worm? No, some kind of blight. The leaves are all gone yellow and eaten through.
God have mercy. What will you do with it?
I don't rightly know. Old cult.
Как не обязательно. Как не выбежать из замка?
Jesus Christ be praised.
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. And not to be let out.
Not any longer. I've vital information for Sir Radzig from Sir Divish's spies. The fate of the sky depends on it. Sir Robard ordered me to leave immediately, so let me out, quickly.
A likely story. Better clear off before I lose my temper.
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
What am I supposed to think up?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I could say I didn't recognize you? If a Talmberg soldier turns up, all kitted out properly, in armor and a helmet, then of course I let him go. That's obvious.
All right, I'll have a look around for something.
Так, ладно. Сеновал.
Did you see them horrible foreign soldiers? Them with the strange clothes.
Nobody could do that.
I swear to God.
he escaped certain death by the skin of his teeth.
Да что такое, а? Ну жесть. Молодая, красивая, ты кто такая? Понятно. Я понял, Сань. Прикольная тема. Свистнуть можно. Не, ну по поводу боев я уже понял, что здесь реализована неплохо вот эта вот тема.
What was that?
What the hell was that?
Давайте, до свидания, как говорится. Доспехи. Ну, погнали искать. Я, кстати, не в ту сторону стою, да, они вот тут наверху. Попробуем сюда зайти. Понятно. Скрывается сложно, все сложно, все сложно. Ясно. Давай, 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 я. Отмычка нужна. Короче, как ни крути, нужна отмычка. Про лук интересная информация. Буду знать. Спасибо, Саша. Да, ёперный театр.
Be a bit more careful. Hey!
Тут я был? Был. Ладно.
Damn!
Be a bit more careful.
Есть что поесть? Спасибо. О, винишко. Это хорошо. Сейчас мы загоним. Ой, сыр есть. Хлеб. Если что, красть.
Hey, you! Halt! Surrender! You're under arrest for breaking the law.
No more fooling around.
Oh. Да не.
Someone saw you stealing. You should have thought twice about what you're doing. That will land you a fat fine.
You're making a serious mistake. If only you knew what you've just got yourself into. This won't end well for you.
You think I'm so stupid as to fall for such a fairy tale? Not a chance.
That's too much. I don't have that much coin.
You still have to pay the penalty. Looks like you'll have to sit it out in jail.
Jail? All right, let's go and get it over with quick.
Just the accommodation for you. Get moving. And since I trust you as much as I trust, well, a thief, I'll just search you to be on the safe side. Better hand over the loot now.
Как можно тут заполучить лошадь, если здесь...
I hope you enjoyed your time in our little establishment.
Not much, actually.
Glad to hear it.
And can I go?
Go? Aye, you can, I'm sorry to say. Now, off and get yourself killed for all I care.
Отлично. Так. Ой, правда, мне немножко в другую сторону. Мне направо. То бишь сюда вниз. В смысле, какой баг? Ты о чем? За подгрузку стрима? Не знаю. По идее, нормально все. Куда-то сюда надо идти, по идее. Примирительный крест. Кожевник.
Good health to you.
Have you got any work that needs doing?
Not much. Unless you're not averse to a bit of risk.
How do you mean?
As you can see, I tan hides. I can only buy them from the master huntsman, and he never gives me enough. I'd hunt them down myself, only he keeps a close watch on me. But you now...
Well, I don't think the master huntsman would be any happier about me hunting on his preserve.
He wouldn't, if he caught you at it. Look here, I'll pay a good price for whatever you bring me. And sometimes I have to fill an order and I need something in particular, in which case I would pay you extra. And if you help me out a few times, I might be able to teach you something useful.
Couldn't you use some hides?
Aye, I've got an order from the monastery for hare hides. They make belts from them to ease backache. I shouldn't wonder if the old abbot wears one himself.
Торговка какая-то.
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Aye. Go and see Votava, the pond keeper. He's somewhere around the granary. He's supposed to be maintaining the weir, but he spends most of his time making deals.
Это типа я уставший, что ли? Сила 0, все как-то так слабенько. И что в этой часовне можно сделать, у меня вопрос. У меня на лошадь тоже была надежда, но я так понимаю, не судьба. А вот это часовня, что ли? Ого, какой хряк. Ты чей будешь?
What's that? What hole did you crawl out of? You've no business here.
Топорик можно дернуть, не? Нельзя.
What are you doing there?
Тихо. Не надо кричать. Пруди. Что за херня такая? Лишь разжиться можно, а?
Oh, Lord Almighty.
Что? Извиняюсь. Хозяйка купальни.
Look where you're going.
I'd like to make use of the bathhouse's services.
And what is it you'd like?
I'll certainly need a physician to treat my wounds. Then a hot bath and laundering my clothes.
That can be arranged, but you'll pay in advance.
30-ка.
I'm not giving you that much.
And how much are you willing to pay?
I'd like to make use of the bathhouse's services.
And what is it you'd like?
Proper bath. And my clothes need washing.
That can be arranged, but you'll pay in advance.
Только просто постирать.
Fine. Here it is.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied.
$10 отдал. Ёперный театр.
What are you up to?
Сейчас попробуем зайти с другой стороны. Поднимется он? Нет. Поднимется, это хорошо. Не реагирует что-то, чувак. Ладно. Так. Так тут идти ж 10 лет. Ну да ладно. Правильно? Правильно. Мне походу в ту сторону. Можно вообще вниз спуститься как-то? Или я буду там в гору уходить? Вот спасибо. Это что, каменолом мне? А, ну да.
Like they've already gone.
Куда ты достаешь этот меч? Телега. Ты понимаешь, что это такое меч?
Jesus.
Обобрать можно мертвого? Какой кошмар. Жаль, наверх нельзя зайти.
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Я не понял, что такое? Ты чё? Вообще обалдел, что ли? Кого он тут отбирал? Это он с него снял, что ли? Груша, крендель. Что за крендель? Булка, что ли? Яблоко. Хлеб. О. Это свежее. Интересно. Да ладно. Двинули дальше. О. Да, походу, люди бежали, их убивали вообще, просто тупо убивали. Вот этого парня. А тут что? Грош. Деньги тебе все равно не понадобятся. Ух ты, топор. Топор, это здорово. Что за крендель, не могу понять, что такое? Еда какая-то или что?
Sweet Jesus. It's the charcoal burner.
Оглежор. Видимо, его узнали. Сушеные грибы. Заберем. Что тут не лежит? По идее нет. Ого.
Hey!
Догонит их. Блин, я... Да как я не...
You're not getting off scot-free. Pay up.
So be it.
Конница. В плане конницы. Типа... всех этих людей конница настигла и забила, что ли? Так получается? Да блин, ты выйдешь отсюда, ну? Просто зашел куда-то на окраин. А мне надо вот сюда вот. Ну да ладно. Вернемся назад, посмотрим, что тут происходило. Мне просто интересно. Так, сейчас опять сек. Че он там пытался обобрать-то? Ты красиво.
Answer to my prayers, just when I wanted to vent my rage on someone.
Так. Платные на лопотники. О, кожаный колет. Мы заберем. Это заберем. Все заберем. Что за морковь? Я не понял. Фиг, она нужна. Факел сушеный рыбы. Это не надо. Вот бы тут лошадь найти, было бы здорово. Я чувствую, тут ни хрена нету. Повязка — это типа раны. Можно раны свои бинтовать, я так понял. Так, стоп. Здесь где-то это все происходило. Во. Как сюда зайти? Получается по вот этой дороге. У меня перегруз. Не, я понял, что конница реально там смела всех.
Hey, well, I never. The pig turns up willingly for the...
Дубинка какая-то. Непонятная дубинка. Кстати, что у него самого? Черный койф. Отвар календулы. Заберем. Туфля ремесленника. Кстати, я же могу одеться по-другому, правильно? Как-то так себе. Это выкинуть надо вообще. Выглядит, конечно, он по-идиотски, но ладно. Повязка лечит кровоточащие раны. Ну ладно. Интересно. Интересно.
guy with a sword in his hand.
Так, мы уже подходим. Я так смотрю. Судя по расстоянию, по месту.
Used to buy a Scion who did this to you. Didn't abandon like me. Why? Just wait a moment. I'll take care of my parents, and then I'll come back for you. I won't leave you like this.
Так, а где-то тут... А, вот здесь это было. Точно.
Why did you do it to me, Father? Why? Why did you leave me? Forgive me. Forgive me for everything. Next time I won't run. I'll never run away again.
Я больше не убегу.
I'll find the one who did this to you.
Прикольно.
I remember his face. I'll find him. But first, I have to find this shovel and take care of you. I remember you told me you wanted to lie beside Mother. Here. Under the linden tree. At least I can do that much for you.
Спасибо, Саш, за подсказки. В смысле найди лопату? Это прикол такой или что? судя по азимуту, я правильно? А, не, неправильно. Вот теперь правильно. Где мне ее найти? Тут, что ли? На кого там собака напала?
Get away, you mutt! Get away, you beast!
What's going on? Zbyszek, what in God's name are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Digging turnips? The beast just went for me.
Isn't that Mutt the butcher's? Mutt. Isn't that body the butcher's?
Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
Интересно.
Seems to me that dog knows exactly why he's going for you. You're picking dead men's pockets.
Am I? Well, it looks like I'm not the only one. How is your looting more honorable than mine?
You think I'm as bad as you? How dare you?
Don't like the truth, do you? Well, if we can't talk things over, come on then. Let's see what you're made of.
Oh, shit, shit, shit. That's right. Turn tail and run, you bastard.
Он сейчас перегружен сильно. Пусть бежит. Мне это надо. Ну что ты, а? Пёсик.
Easy there, boy. You know me. Your good master won't be needing this anymore.
Хорошо, давайте. Заколотить чай. Блин, тут людей просто тьма тьмущая. А нет тут солдат, что ли, или кого-то? Может, тут воины есть? Там ничего нету. Уже обобрали же.
This is a good place. You're gonna like it here.
So, let's get to it.
Интересно, пес за мной вяжется потом.
Damn it all. How am I going to do this?
Do you need some help? Is that him?
Yes. Can't you see the sword?
Who are you? What do you want?
Zbyszek? Who do you think we are? Franciscan brothers? We're here to rob you of everything you've got. Especially that fine blade that's of no use to a peasant like you anyway.
Banish the thought. It is my father's sword.
You mean him? I don't think he's going to be needing it anymore. Listen here, boy. You hand over that sword, I might just let you go. If not, you're in for a family reunion you really don't want.
Kill him, Runt! Aye. Cut the bastard down.
As you like. Could have just cost you a few teeth.
А чё, типа...
Now. Suck it.
Что за хрень?
I told you how
нереально пробить.
You should have listened to me. This is nice work. The chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it? And now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood. I believe there's a word for such moments. The old man would certainly know. But I'm just a common killer. Did you help make it? No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, go fuckers! The games are over.
George! Disperse these rebels!
Что? Это что, конец, что ли, или что, я не понял? Красиво. Я понял, это не это начало, такая превьюшка была. В смысле спаси? А, нифига себе, это что такое? Это где? И что? Не совсем понимаю, куда мне идти. Сюда, что ли? Что-то они... Что надо сделать? Я что-то не особо понимаю. Нет, то, что я могу в дом заходить, это все отлично. А дальше-то что? Но не убить же их надо, елки-палки. Это что-то не то. О.
Do you need some help?
Вот это настоящий флешбэк.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise. Henry, can you hear me? Get up, Henry. Wake up. It's a new day. Henry, can you hear me? Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Teresa?
You still have a fever. Uncle won't be pleased, but you'll have to stay in bed.
Where am I? In Skalitz?
We're at my uncle's mill in Rattay. I didn't know where else to go.
What happened?
You don't remember anything? I suppose that's not surprising. I found you in Skalitz after those bandits attacked you. I thought they'd done for you, but you were still breathing. Why in heaven's name did you go back there? It was madness. They slaughtered everyone who didn't run.
My parents, I wanted to bury them. I had to...
Don't worry. I took care of it.
Thank you.
Any good Christian would have done the same. Now sleep. You need your strength back. You're awake.
Good morning.
It's near midnight. You've slept all day.
Oh. Oh, I feel like a horse fell on me.
The beating you took was worse. But at least the fever's broken.
How did you manage to save me?
You were lucky. I was in Skalitz and I saw Zbyszek and his thugs. I tried to distract them, but it would have been no use if those soldiers from Tamburg hadn't arrived. They were searching for you and scattered the bandits.
Searching for me?
Yes. Lord Divish sent them, led by Captain Robard. So tell me, why is a lord of such high standing interested in a blacksmith?
Sir Divish promised Sir Radzik he'd look after me. But as for why they should care, I've no idea. What in the world were you doing in Skalitz?
Waiting to die.
What?
They killed my brothers, my family, my friends.
They're all dead.
All of them. Everyone I ever loved. They killed one of my brothers in the mines. After that, what did I have to live for?
Don't say that. There's always hope.
No, there isn't. But it doesn't matter. I'm a different person now.
Oh, I'm exhausted.
I'm not surprised. I'll bring you water and something to eat. In the meantime, rest. You're still very weak. Good morning to you. How's the invalid today?
Ugh, haven't felt as good as this since they lashed me to the wheel and quartered me on the town square.
Got your sense of humor back. You must be better. My uncle will be glad to hear it. I had a job persuading him to let me bring you here. If you'd lain around much longer, he really would have dumped you on the town square. You can stay until you find somewhere else to live, but my uncle will want payment for taking you in and caring for you.
I've been lying here long enough.
Uncle will be pleased he's one mouth less to feed. But are you truly well enough?
Well enough to do what has to be done. Where can I find Sir Radzik?
He's in the lower castle in Perkstein. He's a guest of Sir Hanush of Leipa. But someone like you can't just walk up bold as you please and demand an audience.
I know Sir Radzik, and I didn't bring him his sword as I was supposed to. I must see him.
If you insist. But you need to speak to my uncle first. You've been in your sickbed for over a fortnight while he paid the apothecary to tend to you, and for medicine. That's a good deal of a coin you owe him.
I've been lying here 2 weeks. My God.
Better a fortnight in bed than an eternity in the grave. If it weren't for my uncle, you wouldn't be here at all.
Fine. But right now, I have more important things to do.
That's all you have to say? After everything we've done for you? Well, do as you see fit.
A word with you, young fellow. Damn!
My name's Henry. Thank you for taking care of me here.
My name's Peshek, and I'm the miller here. You've already met my niece, Teresa. She took care of you for 2 whole weeks while you were in limbo. And talking of you being at death's door, while you were lying here, you worked up quite a bill with the bloodletter, who came now and again to keep you alive with his potions. That quack doesn't come cheap. I paid him what I could, but I still, that is, you still owe him.
I see. Well, it's better to be in debt than to lie dead in a ditch. What do I owe? I'm not afraid of hard work.
You won't pay for that shoveling manure. I might have a better job for you. And it's not something any fool can do. If you prove to me you're a clever lad, I might trust you with something you could really make money from. What do you say?
Well, what would you need from me?
A trifle. Just to take something from someone and bring it to someone else. And not get caught while you're doing it.
That sounds straightforward enough. Except for not get caught. Why would anyone want to catch me?
Oh, don't worry. It's just a job like any other. Only this one requires, let's say, the right moral disposition. Do corpses bother you?
No honourable man should touch them. That's the executioner's job.
Did you expect I'd give you a hoe and send you out to the fields? You can dig all right, but somewhere else. I want to know whether you're going to hide behind some stupid fucking scruples, or if you might be useful for more unconventional work.
I was prepared for just about anything, but that's a bit much. But go on. Tell me more.
Listen, it's about this ring my mate, Wojciech, the Kohelnitz miller, had his eye on. Trouble is, they buried the ring by the gibbet along with the villain they hung while he was wearing it.
Jesus Christ. You want me to dig up a corpse, take a ring from it, and give it to your friend in Kohelnitz? Is nothing sacred to you?
Money first, morals later. That fellow is dead. He won't miss it. Whatever bleeding heart came up with the idea that it's disrespectful to disturb a corpse never read the Bible. It's still a human body, only it's missing a soul. Why be disgusted by something created by God?
That was a pretty speech, but you're still talking about a filthy deed. I won't do it. I value my honour higher than coin.
I gave you a chance to work off your debt. Don't think you can wriggle out of it. I want my groschen back, and quick. Otherwise, I'll make your life hell. Believe me.
Да не буду я ничего там снимать пока что. А где мои все шмотки? Спасибо. Блин. Ладно, надо собраться. Рубашки хана, жилет кожаный. В кровище. ничего себе, перчатки даже. Ну, что-то одел даже. Ну ладно. Так, что по оружию? Топор. Так, ладно. Ой-ой-ой, куда это мне перекинул?
I changed my mind. I'll do what you want.
Come to your senses, eh? Great. You know what you have to do. Get me the ring from that dead man on Gallows Hill.
Where can I find a shovel?
There's one right outside, leaning against the cart. Try unlocking this trunk.
Ладно, ведущую стену, разбирайся тут.
Hold the lockpick in your right hand and use it to feel out the tumbler. In your left hand, you hold the blade and use it to turn the whole mechanism at the right moment. It's quite easy. It only takes a bit of practice. Now try poking around in the lockpick till you... Got it? Good. Now turn the whole lock with the blade, but don't stop holding the tumbler with the pick. You forced it and broke the lockpick. That crack could be hurting Kuttenberg. You have to watch out for that. An experienced guard will recognize the sound at once.
Что за фигня-то такая?
Oh, God damn it, my stomach hurts.
Jesus! Look where you're going!
Все, нет отмычки. На этом чудном месте, наверное, я остановлю эту серию. А завтра уже будем продолжать. Все, всем, кто смотрел, большое спасибо, удачи. Завтра продолжим.